assets. Actually, yesterday I had really the honor to talk to some of our researchers here in Dublin, and they are working on extremely important aspects of the story I just mentioned. And to be more specific, in terms of thermal management, and I think Donald is even here in the crowd today, and he is working on some of these technologies which will make these networks more energy efficiency. So yes, and I would like to highlight also that not only we as a company with a location here do that, but we can do that because of the ecosystem that is available here in Ireland as well, with really state-of-the-art universities and the like.
You've got to remember that Ireland has, from the educational perspective, I think, with about 60% of the people have been to third level. So we've got a, relative to other European countries or to global countries, we have a great starting point in terms of the educational system. And we also have, as far as I'm aware, one of the highest proportions of people who are studying in the engineering and maths sides. So we have the raw materials, if you like, to allow people to get involved in that. And I think what we're also seeing now at the universities is that there's a drive there to work on the entrepreneurial spirit, where you're actually encouraging students to set up their own businesses. And I think there was a launch of an innovation centre in DCU during the week, where this is actually what they're trying to do, is to get students to see how it is in industry. So they take their knowledge and try and create businesses out of it. And I think in the ICT and in a lot of the green stuff, forum types industries we're talking about, we're at the cusp of a new generation. So it's a disruptive approach, and you can get in there now and you can drive it. So I think there's not as many established players, which means there's a great opportunity then for people to get in and set up new businesses in that. So I do think there's opportunities there, yes.
Bilfinger came to the Irish marketplace about 6 years ago. We wasn't here in an operational entity. We actually started in research and development, and as Thierry was talking about the various technologies, one of them we was involved with wireless, and it was initially a wireless program into research, which was called Itobo. That has now progressed. We've now got to the point whereby, from the research what them guys have done for us in Ireland, we've now deployed that in Irish schools on the PPP program. But that has now developed even further. We're along with Lucent and also with IBM and General Motors are one of the founding partners for the IERC. We have Tony Day with us on our table over there, who's the new director for that. And we see Ireland as an amazing opportunity for developing ideas and turning them into products and services which can support Bilfinger in its growth ambitions. So Ireland is very much an integral part of what we want to achieve, whether it's coming from the research side or it's coming out of the services. We have a couple of companies who are with us today who we're starting to form close bonds with. In the context, one of them is a company called Termec, and they're involved with separation of waste. And waste to energy is an amazing place for, as Thierry was saying, turning this more not just about the green technology, but actually the simple economics of all of this is about reducing costs. And we have another organisation with us here today called Bionova, who have got a fantastic piece of machinery which turns organic waste into a product which has got a similar calorific value of coal. So you've now cut out a waste stream and a cost which you are incurring, and you've now turned that into a revenue stream. And all of these things are coming from research, and Bilfinger very much wants to be part and parcel of that. And again, on our table today, we brought out our top financial heads here today. We have Dr. Clay, who heads up VC in Bilfinger globally. We have Coke Taylor from investments, and also our alternative investments people with David Jeffries. They're here because we want to be part of what's going on here in Ireland, because it's a very vibrant, a very exciting place, and it brings opportunities for us to develop our products and our services which we can sell outwardly to our customers. We're already talking to another organisation here, an small Irish organisation in the software side, who called Easy Monitoring. These guys are able to, using the wireless platform, get into systems within property, and then you can extract from their information which historically you've never been able to use. It's always been there, but you've never ever been able to use it. And this comes about from their guys, from their innovation, from their ideas, which we see great potential in, to enhance our own product line as such. So profoundly so, profoundly so.
I think there's another point to it, that when you have the people who come up with the technology and the concepts, we have one significant advantage here is that most of the global players in terms of either ICT or services, financial services, or software services, and even into the pharma, food and bev are all represented here. So once you can get in and access to the countries or to the companies here, the Googles and the eBays, or into the food and pharma, once you access them and then can establish your products or your concepts and solutions here, you have access to the global network. You don't have to necessarily leave the country to push your ideas. We have a ready grown market that is a technology savvy market that's looking for these solutions. So I think that's something that we shouldn't underestimate as well.
Yeah, and I would like to add to that even as big companies, we don't have the resources to do it all. So we have a lot of assets we create, and we bring them to the market as well for this entrepreneurial community which we have here. As an example, we just made recently a deal where some of the assets we created and the patents that we have were brought into a new venture, a startup company, which will valorize and commercialize that. So also there you have a big potential set of assets which can be valorized.
We often talk about the MNCs in the country and the SMEs and the entrepreneurs as if they're polarized or there's a dichotomy between them. But I think we're blessed, as you're saying, Paul, with having MNCs that'll add value to the SMEs and that'll actually be a little bit like Enterprise Ireland are saying. It helps companies grow and get international markets. So it's a positive thing. And it's not one or the other. It's working symbiotically together, you would hope.